Hi, I'm Janine from Purple Room Yoga, and today I'm going to guide you through a short little stretch for the hips and the hip flexors and the hamstrings, which are often the culprit when it comes to lower back pain, especially due to sitting. So when we sit for long periods, our hip flexors are contracted, our hamstrings are contracted because, we're sitting in a chair. So we've got the hip flexors flexing and the hamstrings contracting. And even though it's not active and it's passive, it can still lead to problems in the lower back. The hip flexors attach to the lumbar spine, so as you stand up, it's going to pull if the hip flexors are tight. The hamstrings attach to the base of the pelvis, so as you stand up and it's pulling the pelvis down, over time with this lengthening of the lower back, you're going to strain. So we're going to stretch the hips and the hip flexors and the hamstrings today. So you're going to start on your hands and knees and just step your right foot forward. So the right knee's over the right ankle. The hands can be on the floor or maybe on blocks on either side of your front foot. Just feel the hips sinking forward. So you're feeling the stretch in the front of the left hip as the right knee is over the right ankle. Feel the sense of lift through the chest. Feel the left inner thigh squeezing slightly so that you're directing that left hip forward. Breathing into the front of the hip. Breathing out. So right now that left hip is an extension, right? The leg is moving behind. And so you're undoing the flexion that you had from sitting all day long. Take another deep breath in here. And exhale. Inhale, straighten the right leg. You're going to flex the foot and reach the heel forward. So now we're opening up in the back of the right leg, finding the hamstring stretch. Pressing the ball of the big toe slightly forward. Outer right hip pulls slightly back. See if you can activate the quads in the front of the thigh. And the leg might not straighten all the way, and that's fine. Working towards straightening the leg, trying to bring the left hip over the left knee and feel a nice flat back. And if you need to be higher, maybe your hands are on blocks, or if you have a step stool, you can bring your hands onto the step stool. Just find an easy position so you're not struggling or straining. 5 right toes point to the ceiling. Pressing the ball of the big toe slightly forward. Outer right hip pulls slightly backward. Just staying for a few more breaths. Gently allowing the back of the leg to open. One more inhale. Exhale. And we'll switch sides. Stepping the left foot forward to a lunge. The left knee is over the left ankle. Now we're stretching through the right hip flexors. And the hands can come on either side of the foot, maybe on the floor. Again, maybe you're higher on yoga blocks or a step stool. Feel the hips sinking forward. Feel that right inner thigh directing your right hip forward. So you're feeling the stretch in the front of that right hip. Breathing in. Breathing out. Trying to relax into the stretch so you're not forcing, you're not pushing your hips forward. You're just melting them forward, letting go of the tension that you're feeling in the front of that right hip. Take another deep breath in and a slow breath out. And then pressing into the left leg to straighten it. And again, it may straighten fully, it might be bent depending on your hamstring flexibility. Bent knee with a stretching sensation is totally fine. No need to force it forward, because what will happen is if you force the leg to straighten, chances are you'll round the lower back and then you lose the hamstring stretch. So you want to reach the left sit bone back to lengthen the spine, and you'll feel that nice stretch through the back of the left hamstring. Pressing the ball of the big toe slightly forward, outer left hip pulls slightly back, breathing into the back of the leg, trying to activate the quad if you can in the front of the leg. 5 toes to the ceiling, pressing the ball of the big toe slightly forward, outer hip pulls back. Stay for another deep breath in. And a slow breath out. And then bend the knee again. And we're done. So hopefully that helps your hips and hammies feel a little bit better. Hopefully undoes some of the lower back strain that you feel from sitting all day. You be sure to watch my other video, part 1, on cat and cow and opening up in the spine. So I hope you have a great day.